Hello everyone and welcome to day number 7 of our Forbidden Door pay-per-view. A day later than scheduled, but there we go. We got 3 big championship matches lined up for this evening. The Women's Tag Team Championship, the European Championship, the North American Championship. But to start things off, a massive match between CM Punk and KENTA. And here we go, the bell goes, we are underway. Opening match of the evening, CM Punk versus KENTA, suggested of course by Jay. This one, I don't know why this one wasn't going to happen, to be honest. It seems like KENTA's been pushing for this match for a very, very long time. But obviously before Punk's injury, it was going to be Punk versus Tanahashi, which would have been a great match. A bit disappointed we didn't see Punk or Danielson. I mean, this was the main thing we wanted, wasn't it? Punk and Danielson work in New Japan is what we wanted. And they were both injured for the bloody New Japan pay-per-view. Can you believe it? But I'm sure this is not the end of it. We'll see more of it. And I mean, there's no way that the Danielson versus the Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. match is not going to happen in the future. It's bound to happen at some point. And watching Rampage last week, it seems like Gresham wants to be involved in that conversation as well. Makes you wonder, this next Ring of Honor show, because Gresham talked about Bryan Danielson, talked about Claudio Castagnoli, talked about Zack Sabre Jr. I think this next Ring of Honor show is going to be bloody good. Just looking forward to seeing who's going to be on the card. So yeah, this is the only non-championship match we got lined up for this episode. Straight after this, we have the Decay, Jessica Havoc and Rosemary defending their Women's Tag Team Championships against the IIconics, or the Inspiration now. Ivan Koloff will defend his European Championship against Nigel McGuiness. And our main event in the evening, Ric Flair defending the defending the North American Championship against MJF. CM Punk now taking KENTA up in with the Falcon Arrow. I think I looked away from the screen for a split second. Ooh. KENTA now with a strike in the face and a big leg lariat taking Punk down. Have a drink. Wow, KENTA, almost like a GTS variation there. That could be enough to win this match, you know. It is as well, KENTA. Wow, what a maneuver that was. It's like a variation of the GTS, this move that both of these guys use. And it was a very quick victory. CM Punk will be very disappointed with that, as you can see. Rolling to the outside, Punk is going to drop down now to a +8 in the rankings. KENTA, who was on -1, is going to move himself up to a 0. Punk really not happy with that result, but KENTA absolutely just caught him unawares with that variation of the GTS. And that's what it's for then, the Women's Tag Team Championships. We have got the champions, Decay, the team of Jessica Havoc and Rosemary, going up against the team of the IIconics, or the Inspiration. And the Decay have held these belts for quite some time now. But let's see if they can get past the IIconics, who obviously had a big match to get to this point. Defeated quite a few opponents. I can't remember who it was now. Who did they face off? It was Sasha and Naomi. Bea Priestley and Jamie Hayter. And... is there another one? I mean, there was another one. I'm just trying... oh, it was Aja Kong and Awesome Kong, wasn't it? See, in fairness, I thought that the Iconics were the underdogs in that one, to be honest, but they've come out on top. But this is another animal indeed. Can they come out on top of this one? There's now Havoc stamping on the hand of Peyton Royce. Billie Kay going at it with Rosemary. I mean, they're not the best cause, so I'm hoping... well, I'm not hoping. If they do lose the belts, then who knows? We might be able to get ourselves a... well, we might be able to hold off and get some better cause in the future when we do bring them back in. But there's lots of great tag teams knocking around. I just added a new one to the rankings because I just saw AEW's got a match set. Thunder Rosa and Tony Storm are teaming up, and they've called them Thunderstorm, which I really like. So I put Thunderstorm on the tag rankings now for winning. Why not? Billie Kay now big takedown, slamming the head of Rosemary into the mat, and there's the pin. Havoc was really just running the most weirdest circles. That was terrible, terrible AI there for a moment. Havoc with a pin, it's not enough. Havoc was able to reverse the move that Peyton was trying, but as she came back down to her feet, Billie Kay just caught with a boot right in the face. Rosemary now with the big strikes into the gut. Nice back senton. It's very back and forth, this one, at the moment. Havoc now... I thought she was going for a pin there, but not the case. Rosemary. Oh, nice. That was brutal by Rosemary. That could be enough to get the pinfall. There's the 1, 2. Peyton's noticed it very late. Oh. Rosemary now taking... Rosemary may have been looking for the F5 there. Billie Kay was able to fight free. Look at Peyton Royce for the strikes. Big boot in the face there by Billie Kay. Peyton has Havoc grounded. That could be enough to win. Oh, it's only a 2. As Havoc just runs straight through Peyton Royce in the background. Havoc now, in with a tombstone pile driver. And that could be enough as well. Oh, I thought the referees hadn't hit the mat 3 times there, to be honest. I really thought they hit the mat 3 times. But Rosemary might just do... Rosemary's only a 2 as well. Havoc now with a choke slam on Peyton Royce. And I think at this point it is becoming absolute brutal here. Havoc with a tombstone. Rosemary with the F5. There's a pin. I mean, I think the Iconics have just been absolutely murdered there, to be honest with you. Wow. Well, Decay get themselves the points. I think that's Decay's first match of 2022. Really? Well, they've had them belts for a very long time now. I know it took them a little bit of time to get them involved because we couldn't find good cause, but well, there we go. Jessica Havoc and Rosemary get themselves the points for the win. Jessica Havoc quite high up. Rosemary moves up to a +1 as well. Peyton Royce, who was on a +4, is going to drop down to a +3. And Billie Kay, who's on a +3, is going to drop down to a +2. here we go. This is what's on the line now. Then the European Championship. Ivan Koloff defending here against Nigel McGuiness. Of course, Nigel McGuiness got this match by winning an Elimination Chamber earlier in the week. Be interested to see how he gets on here. In a one-on-one match. I mean, so far, we've had 4 championship matches now, haven't we, across the pay-per-view, and we've seen 1 belt change hands, I think, which was the YouTube men's? No. Women's? No. Have any belts changed hands? No. The only belt that's changed hands. So yeah, we've seen 5 championship matches, and only the Women's Hardcore Championship has changed hands, as Max the Impaler is the new Hardcore Champion. There we go. I knew I'd get there in the end. So let's see whether Nigel McGuiness can become a brand new European champion, or if Ivan Koloff can keep the run going. He's been champion for a while now, since 2K19. As McGuiness now wrenching away at the arm. Big kick in the side of their head. Koloff, oh, big boot in the face. Koloff with a stamp of the arm and the boot right across the chest. Nigel McGuiness fighting back with the boot up in the face. And Nigel now looking to work down the body. Remember, this is our second championship match tonight. We've got one more left for you after this, as Ric Flair will defend his North American Championship against MJF. Koloff now, big boot in the face. Again, another strike in the face. Looking for the double foot stomp. It was avoided. Nice roll through by McGuiness, and then he gets a knee in the face for his troubles. Koloff with a big double foot stomp. Another big double foot stomp. And now the big strikes. Ivan Koloff rolling through McGuiness, and a big elbow right in the top of their head. So, of course, our next set of pay-per-views will be Great American Bash. I was planning on starting tomorrow, but I'm a day behind on this, so that'll start Tuesday now. Apologies, because, you know, I'm just terrible at this. I've had a week off, and I just don't seem to have been able to keep up with any videos. It's mad, really. Today is Sunday. Sorry, I'm just doing my my schedule while I'm talking to you, just so I big knee drop there by Koloff from the top, and he's going to go for the pin now. Will it be enough? Oh, wow. I thought that was enough there for a second. It looked to me like he had that, but referee says no. They get into the boot in the gut, and then a big shoulder block takedown. As now there is the armbar. That's like a Kimura lock locked in here. Knee in the gut by Koloff. McGuiness fighting back, and Koloff just swung at him, but it was not enough. Ivan Koloff now looking for the belly to belly, but McGuiness fighting back with the strikes into the face. McGuiness now. Lovely, it's like a headlock suplex there. Interesting maneuver, to say the least. The strike attempt there by Koloff. It was blocked, and it looks like Nigel McGuiness is getting stronger and stronger and stronger in this match now. As time goes on, he looks like the favourite. Nice boot in the back of the head of Koloff, and now McGuiness backing away to the corner, up on the middle rope, looking to drop a leg drop, but Ivan Koloff saw it coming, rolled away. Now Koloff heading up to the top. What is the plan here? Wills McGuiness back up to his feet, and Koloff looking at the... Oh, he looked for that big diving clothesline. And McGuiness caught him with the power slam. Oh, it's not enough, though. McGuiness now big uppercut on Koloff. And now looking for a big diving cutter from the top. McGuiness rolls him over into the pin. Will this be enough for the one? Oh, he got a hold of the ropes. Great ring awareness. Big clothesline. And is that... Oh, again, it's only a 2 count. It's getting closer and closer, though, isn't it, at this point? McGuiness now sending Koloff into the corner. Koloff fighting back. Catches McGuiness. If he's just biting away at the head. And Koloff has turned this one around using some dirty tactics. And Koloff misses the knee drop. Well done, Koloff. Well done, Koloff. Don't do it again. God, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting it to get a different result. Twice he missed that knee drop, and oh, look at that. Springing senton by McGuiness, who now heads up to the top. Drops the knee of his own, and he actually manages to land it. Well done. McGuiness now with a headlock locked in, the big elbows into the forehead of Koloff. McGuiness now is still in firm control. Big uppercut. And now McGuiness in with that big cutter, taking down Koloff. For the second time in the match, will this be enough? Again, he managed to grab a hold of the rope. Great ring awareness. But McGuiness now rolling Koloff up in with... Yes, with a Kimura lock, and Nigel McGuiness gets the victory. We've got a brand new European champion in Nigel McGuiness. It did look like it was coming, didn't it? I mean, he dominated the majority of that match, in fairness. He dominated the majority of that match, and I mean, well done to Ivan Koloff. He's had a very good, effective, and long run. But it was just defeated tonight by McGuiness, who's in great form. Like I said, winning the Elimination Chamber to get here as well is very impressive. So Nigel McGuiness, who somehow I spelled... No, I haven't spelled his name wrong. He gets himself a point, which moves him up to a +6 in the rankings. Whereas Ivan Koloff, the European champion, is going to move down... Well, the former European champion is going to move down to a +1. And here we go, the North American Championship on the line. as Ric Flair will defend against MJF. Looking forward to this one. I mean, MJF, of course, using his sneakiness to win the Elimination Chamber to get him here. But, of course, someone else did all the... I think it was Goldberg, wasn't it? Goldberg did all the work. And MJF just snuck in at the last moment and just got the victory, which is the most MJF thing you've seen. But now it's one-on-one. He can't be cheeky. Well, I suppose he can be, but he is going up against the dirtiest player in the game, so I'm not quite sure whether his cheekiness will be enough to get him past Ric Flair. So then, I think we are about ready to get underway with tonight's main event. The referee rings the bell and we are underway. MJF in with a DDT, taking down Flair. And looking for an early quick victory, and he got a 2 count out of it. MJF now dropping with the arm breaker. And now a nice knee into the leg as well. MJF now heading up to the top, and he's trying to get this one won early as possible. There's the big leg drop. MJF with the strikes in the head of Ric Flair. Flair now just flattens MJF though. And now Flair wrenching back at the neck. Striking the gut of MJF, and now Flair in with a gut buster on MJF as well. And Flair now wrenching back at the arm. MJF gets taken down. Oh, yeah, sorry, just checking that the recording's still working. You know what my bloody system's like. It has wobblies, done it all the time. Ric Flair now taking down MJF. And going to go in with that figure 4 leg lock. It's very early in the match, but already MJF locking in that figure 4. No, he doesn't. Ric Flair locking in that figure 4 to MJF, but MJF able to roll it through, reverses the pressure and puts the pain into Flair's legs instead. Nice running knee strike there. MJF now in with the arm breaker. MJF likes to use the arm bar as a finisher. Nice arm breaker. And once again, MJF just working that arm down. Of course, looking for that salt of the earth arm bar at some point. That's how he believes that he can win this match. As he drops in the pin, we might believe he can win it by pin as well. Who knows? No, only a 2 count. As now MJF, he does have that salt of the earth armbar locked in. Or will it be enough to make Ric Flair tap? No, Ric able to roll it through. And just about survives, but look at the pain on Flair's face. You can see that hurt him a lot. But he is able to get MJF and powerbombs him to the outside. Wow. Brutality. MJF though now taking down Flair, standing on the arm and again just stamping on it. MJF willing Ric Flair back into the ring. Ric does come in. MJF thought he was waiting for him, but Flair's the one who's got the control, and now Flair has the leg hooked once again for the figure 4, but MJF smartly very, very close to the ropes, managed to get a rope break straight away. Pin though by Flair. Thinks he's done enough damage. No, only a 2 count. Flair now brings MJF back up to a standing base. And now up into a powerbomb position. MJF slamming Flair face first into the knee. And Flair remains in some sort of control now as he heads up to the top. Looking to drop the elbow right into the heart of MJF. Strike in the face, and now Ric Flair gets rolled through by MJF. And again, MJF in with that salt of the earth armbar. We could have a brand new North American champion here if Ric Flair taps. This is the second time MJF's locked it in now. And the damage is done. Brand new North American champion MJF. Wow, Ric Flair then is going to drop himself down to a -3 in the rankings. MJF, though, on the other hand... No, I've just put MJF in the ranking. There we go. MJF, on the other hand, brand new North American champion. Moves up to +10 in the rankings. And, of course, will make him a brand new champion on the... There it is. The 4th ever North American champion behind Yokozuna, Bret Hart, Ric Flair. MJF, I can't believe that, to be honest. I really wasn't expecting that title to change hands tonight. I really wasn't. There we go. It's updated now in the rankings. Remove that. Boom, we're done. Wow. Big episode then. Brand new champion. Brand new champions, of course, because we also saw the European Championship change hands as well. So 4 more big championship matches lined up for this tomorrow. Jackie Numazawa versus Rhino for the Hardcore Championship. The House of Black versus Jurassic Express for the Tag Team Championships. Deonna Purrazzo versus Bianca Belair for the Women's Championship. And Kenny Omega versus Jay White for the SWE Championship. I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll see you all there. Good night. God bless. Auf Wiedersehen. Bye-bye.